There folks, so I'm here with my new Tristar CS, and hopefully this video is a lot better quality because I have my old phone which took much better videos. This should be like a 1080p video. It will record in 4K, but it only will record a 5-minute video. But this is my new Tristar. It is a Tristar CS, as you can see. And it is made by Aris. They haven't always been. Originally, they were, their own company, but they were bought out by Aris. I don't really think that that's a bad thing because I'm pretty sure that Aris knows what they're doing. So, the only thing is, I'm not a huge fan of their power nozzles. It's not that they don't clean well. I'm sure they do. I just don't like the way that they are. I don't like the way that they sound. I don't like how slow they spin. I like a faster spinning, more aggressive brush roll. But this model has, on the Tristar, it has the wheels in the back, or these wheels, sorry, they do not adjust, which I had on my Guardian, and I don't think that I really noticed all that much when I had the Guardian, but now not having the Guardian, I feel like this cleans much better. The bristles are pretty soft, and I'm also pretty happy with the quality of this machine. This is made out of metal, and this is made out of metal, of course. It's a die-cast molding. Now, only the top of the power head is metal. The bottom is like a molded plastic of some sort, but it's very high quality. Everything on the main body of the machine is metal except for your power switch, the rubber bumper, which isn't all that rubbery. This plastic piece on the clamp, the rest of the clamp is metal. And this is, I always forget the name of this. Forget. Starts with a P. It's not polyester. I don't remember. Nylon, not P. It's made out of nylon, so very hard material. It's not metal, so it's not going to squeak and like make some nasty noises when you pick it up by the handle. And it has a nice give to it. You can see it will bend a little bit, so that's nice. Inside here, you have a kind of a weird dirt capture method, kind of like how Filter Queen has their own way of doing it. Tristar is a little different too. I believe some backpack vacuums have dirt vacuum bags like this, and it kind of reminds me of some of the MD filter big bags for the central vacuums. But there is a cloth bag underneath this as well, which is made out of a much better material. It has a nice rubber gasket around it. I believe that itself is around $20, $15. You're supposed to replace it every 6 months. I'm pretty sure it's washable, and I've been told that some people don't even bother using a paper bag with the vacuum if they have that cloth bag, which I do not recommend you do. But it's just these paper bags feel like they're made out of rice paper, so they're not the greatest of quality. I'd take the bag out, but I don't want it to get messy, to show you the inside of the vacuum. This all is open in here. You also have a pre-motor filter in here, and you also have a HEPA filter back here under this metal plate. So there's your HEPA filter, and this just sets on there like that. And on the belly of the vacuum, you have these nice caster wheels. They are all metal. They spin very nicely. And then you also have this cord wrap portion right here. And then on the rear of the machine, you have your carry handle. So apparently, storage position, the reason why the front of this is flat is because you store the vacuum with this portion facing down. And in the manual, it says that this is the front of the vacuum and this is the rear, but this is the part that gets toted around front. So I don't really understand that. but whatever. So to lock this on, you kind of have to give it a few wiggles. And you have your fingertip controls here. It's not going to turn the vacuum on. That's a foot controlled switch, but this will turn on your brush roll. You have a suction inlet button. It's a suction or an airflow regulator. You also have your quick release for your wand and your attachments. And your attachments are here on board. So you've got a adapter to be able to fit Tristar non-attachments onto the vacuum. You have, just a second, my cat has a leaf on her. There we go. You have a dusting brush, which is a nice dusting brush. You have your upholstery tool, and your crevice tool is on the other side. So overall, I really like the vacuum. I wouldn't say I enjoy using it as much as some others. It's always nice to have. I'm not going to get rid of it. Very similar to my Rainbow. I mean, my Rainbow's a neat vacuum and everything, but as a day-to-day cleaner, this one, the reason why I don't really care to pull it out all the time is because the cord is underneath the vacuum. To me, with a smaller house like what we have, it's kind of a pain to be able to have to pull that out all the time and constantly be trying to vacuum with something that's not going to be easy to pull out, get ready, and go. And it also mentions that the storage position for this vacuum is with the handle facing upwards. I do not recommend anybody store any canister vacuum cleaner with your handle up like this on the power nozzle and the wand, because it causes too much strain right there. So I'm going to turn this on and suck some of this hair up. It's very quiet. It's a single speed, of course. The power is pretty nice. I would say that it's probably on par with the Filter Queen, a new model. And this also has a single stage motor, just like my Filter Queen does. And the only reason why I keep saying the Filter Queen is because these two vacuums are very similar. They are less common than most door-to-door vacuum cleaners that are sold. They're still about the same age as each other. They're both built to be very high quality, and they both just vacuum. They don't have shampooing attachments. So that's my big comparison between the two. Plus, they kind of have alternative dirt capture methods. All in all, they do the same thing, but this one has a funky bag, and the Filter Queen has cones. And they're both kind of messy to empty. But the thing I like about the Tristar is when I'm done vacuuming, I can pop that lid open and see what I've picked up. You know, that's the pros about having a bag like this. So, and the only thing that I don't really care for is it's not that maneuverable, even though they advertise it to be. It definitely likes to swivel in the front, but forget about it in the back because they're fixed wheels. So I will put this on the power nozzle, and it stands nicely. It is a pretty tall vacuum cleaner, I'm not going to lie. So I will set this up like that. Maybe, maybe not. And here we go. So, it does groom the carpet pretty well. I wouldn't say it's the best groomer. I think my Simplicity canister is probably the best grooming machine that I own. The S36 that I just recently posted a video of. And second to that would be my Electrolux Oxygen. They both rake the carpet very nicely and they stand everything back up. Plus the agitation is pretty quick on both of them. The brush spins pretty nicely. Not too fast to the point that, you know, it's just laying everything back down too. And this one doesn't do a bad job at all. I just don't really care for it. It's not bad by any means, but to me it just feels like a vacuum when I'm using it. Not anything super spectacular. And I don't really, like I said, use this machine all that often. But they are very reliable vacuums. I was kind of weaning away from buying one of these, just seeing reviews and comments of people saying that the single stage motor is really annoying. Honestly, unless you're a dog, I don't find it annoying at all. It's very quiet. It's quieter than a Shark. It's quieter than a Dyson, quieter than a Hoover. It's probably just as loud as my Filter Queen, and I don't think that that is loud either, for both being single stage motors. And to be completely honest, and I guess you could say shame on me, but I didn't even know the difference between a 2-stage and a single stage motor, or even knew what they were. I thought that that was just something that had to do with a snowblower. So, and I don't even think that's motor wise, but that's just the way that they throw the snow. But overall, it's a very nice vacuum cleaner. Would I recommend somebody pay the price that one of these costs? Probably not, unless you're looking for something really well made and you're looking for like the closest thing to an old-fashioned Electrolux that's actually still made here in America, not one of those perfect vacuum cleaners. This is probably going to be the closest thing to it because of the build quality. It's not a bad cleaner overall. It really isn't. It has a lot of filtration. I mean, think about it. You got the paper bag, you got the cloth bag, you got a pre-motor filter, and you got a post-motor filter. So that's 4 filtration methods, whereas Miele's have 3. And most vacuum cleaners just have 2 filters, a pre-motor and a post-motor. So this one gives you a little bit more. Is the filtration any better? I don't really think so. I don't think it's bad filtration, but I did recently replace a HEPA filter on this, and I mean, it had some dust in the HEPA filter, which is a good thing. That's not bad at all. But I've even had bagless machines that I don't see brown dirt that builds up into it. It's just mostly motor carbons. So I forgot to mention before I go, there is a blower outlet on here that your hose clips right onto the back of the vacuum with. Very nice to have, I think. And I take the rainbow attachment and I put it on that adapter to be able to work with the Tristar. I believe the rainbow can be used as an inflator, but I don't think that it's very easy to set it up to do so. So, again, I mean, it's a great vacuum. I'm just not using it as often as others. So if you have any comments or questions, please ask and I will get back to them. I'm usually pretty good about that, so thanks for watching.